This is Freedom Coins, not this box. The channel is Freedom Coins. Anyway, this is an unboxing and review of the General Electric melting furnace that you find on eBay. You know, you go to eBay, you want to start melting silver, and this is the cheap option. This is the $254 option straight from overseas. Now, it says it ships from the US, and that is not a lie, but it had to ship from overseas in the beginning. So will this thing work? Is it a good furnace? I'm gonna open this up. We'll talk about it together and kind of give you my first impressions. We'll melt some silver with it and let's find out together. Was this worth $255 or did I just waste my money? So let's set the camera up and let's open this bad boy up. Okay, that was just a quick time lapse of opening up, getting the unimportant stuff out of the way, throwing some styrofoam. It's all good. But here's kind of how it comes packaged. Don't mind this stuff. This is, okay, that's poured out silver. Do not mind that. But anyway, you are going to get your standard 3-prong outlet plug. Now, I would suggest plugging this into kind of a power strip before you plug it into your wall, because you never know. So definitely use a power strip. That's nice. It's only a 3-prong, so you don't have to have the extra power, you know, something like your dryer holds, anything like that. Just a standard, you know, 2-prong with an adapter, kind of like I have here, will get you the job done. Then it came with these tongs. Now, I would probably recommend getting a new set. Some that have kind of like scissors. They have like the rounded outs. That way your hands fit in there and you can open it a lot easier. This is just not as good to open. It almost looks like they just took some pliers and welded some pinchers on there. Now, it definitely gets the job done. Do not get me wrong, but I will say this would be one thing that I would probably change out for maybe a better set. Then you get your crucible. And I will say I am extremely impressed with the quality of this crucible. It's in great shape. Obviously, it's brand new, but I'm saying it doesn't have any nicks or any chips or anything like that. It is a good quality crucible. And then you get your manual so that once I open it up. But that is kind of first impressions, first set of gear. That's kind of what you get. Now, let's pull the actual furnace out of here. I'm probably gonna set the camera down. Yeah, I'm gonna set the camera down. I'll pull this out of the box. I'll set it up and we'll kind of review that together. All right, here we are. So this bad boy, this $250 worth of metal melting machinery. That's what we got right here. Now, first impressions of it. It looks good. I mean, it looks nice, pretty simple. Everything is already put together. That is nice. You don't have to assemble the heat shield. You don't have to assemble the top. You don't have to do anything crazy, so that is nice. All you have to do, take your cord right here, turn it around to the back side. Sorry for the noise, but take it around to the back, plug it in, and you are all set. Now that is nice. And then what we'll do is we'll plug it in and we'll go through kind of the dials, how to set it, and then firing this baby up for the first time. So what you would do, you know, you take your crucible right here, we'll set it down, take your pliers, open them up, bring them around. It's hard to do this with the camera. Pinch it here, boom, set it in, and you are good. Now, the one thing I will say, kind of when shutting this, now, the crucible does move around in here. As you can kind of see, it moves around. If it's all the way back, this isn't gonna close. So you have to kind of make sure that it's to the front, and then everything closes fine. So that's kind of one little thing that I would say, you know, might be a pain if you are working with, you know, 2,000 degrees or whatever, and it's hot. This isn't something I kind of want to be playing with. So just a general rule of thumb, keep it to the front. Now mine might be different, but that's kind of just my first impressions, like I said. But anyway, as a whole, this unit is pretty nice, pretty compact, pretty simple. It's not that heavy, maybe 10 pounds or so. Nothing too crazy. So next thing on our list, let's plug this bad boy in and let's start playing with the settings and just show you, see how easy it is, or if it's a pain in the butt. Well, I went ahead and plugged it in. I had to run an extension cord to it, so do not mind. I would keep this out of the way on a normal basis, but it's pretty straightforward. Here's the switch. So basically, here's your controls. This is for your temperature, everything like that. So basically, you flip this baby on. It kind of loads real quick, and then once it loads, this is where it's set to. So this is your temperature. I have it set at 1100. So then all you do to change that, you hit set, and then you can either move it back, change it up, down, whatever you want to do, move it around. Then when you have the temperature you want, you just hit set, and then that's the temperature of the unit itself. So then you kind of just let it sit. I mean, I shut it. It's just sitting here chilling, hanging out, and you just kind of got to wait until it reaches temperature, and once it does, we're ready to melt some silver. So I will show you a whole first pour everything, but in the meantime, bear with me. We'll let this heat up. I'll probably take it out of my shop just because it's the first time using this thing. And if we do have any issues, I don't want to start my shop on fire. So I'm gonna bring this outside and we'll turn it up, crank it all the way up, and grab some silver and give you a first impression of it. Okay guys, pardon the sound and pardon the lighting if it's bad. I'm outside. Like I said, I didn't trust putting this in my shop when I fired it up, so I brought it outside, I plugged it in, and turned it on. I don't know if you can really see, but I set it to 1020 degrees Celsius, and right now it's at 193 degrees Celsius. Again, you can't really see, but it's moving, it's climbing. So what I did is I had a little jar of silver shot here. And so what I did is I measured out about 3 troy ounces of it and put it inside the crucible. And I got my 2 molds here. They're not big. Again, I'm only melting 3 ounces right now just to kind of test everything out. So I'm gonna set these here. We're gonna let this continue to heat up, but so far so good. I mean, everything looks all right. So stay with me. I'll bring you back in once this gets up to temperature and we'll go over the pours together. Poured some silver with this. I've poured probably, let's see, you got some here. I've probably poured about 10-15 ounces with it so far. So let's kind of go over the 15 ounce kind of mark. If you look at the top, the paint's definitely starting to chip off of there. You can kind of see the ceramic in there is already cracked. I got some goop on top here. I spilled some silver, so that's kind of permanently stuck there. But all in all, I will say this is definitely worth the buy. Definitely worth the purchase. Again, I poured a bunch of silver with it. These tongs that I didn't think were that good are actually holding up really well. You can see they've definitely gotten hot, but I will tell you, if you guys are in the market for a melting furnace, you want to just do it kind of as a hobby, just kind of mess around, definitely worth the purchase. So thanks for taking the time and watching. I will post the link to this in the bottom of the video, so if you do want to go out and get one, you can get the same one that I have here. But again, as an unboxing and a review, I highly recommend it. So far, so good. The only thing I will say, buy a second crucible because this one's starting to flake off a little bit. So you burn through the crucible pretty quick. So all in all, furnace, very good. Happy I bought it. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and always stay free, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one.